Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Benton. Good morning, everybody. So, I actually messed up and completely forgot yesterday to put my upcoming live pending on my YouTube. So, I went to start the stream and went to YouTube. You got to go in like the little studio thing or whatever. And I was like, oh, there's no live to start. I got to create it real quick. So like I got it on time, but the problem is it wasn't out there waiting for anybody to join. So my apologies. So yeah. Yeah. So that's what happened. But all right, let's jump in this real quick because I have a pretty good analysis for today. You can see yesterday we made our way up. Right now we're above yesterday's high, and we have this swing high here, right here that we were making relative equal highs on the daily chart. So I'm going to watch that. There's not much I had on the 4-hour chart. We do have this fair value gap, and then I have this fair value gap, which I'll go into why in a second, why I don't have this one marked. The 1 hour, we're still making our way up as we have been. We have this fair value gap here coming in. We have some fair value gaps in here, but same thing. I'm going to show you why I don't have all that marked. And then we pulled back, made a higher high, and we're pulling back now. And I want to hurry because there might be an opportunity pretty close to the open here. So looking at the 15-minute, we have the London range here, right? This high, this low. And we're still inside the range. Why do I have this 15-minute fair value gap marked? Well, let me go into that. So if you go from this high and you mark this low, this big dealing range here, okay? The midpoint is right here. Right there. That's equilibrium. However, you see this big gap right here, this big gapping, okay? So look what happens if you put this mark on the bodies. See the bodies? You can see how the bodies were right there, and we just had this wick down. So let me move it to the body here. Now look how it lines up perfectly. Equilibrium, measuring gap, right at the middle of this 4-hour fair value gap. So that's why I marked that one as a potential coming down to it. Not this morning, but maybe at some point. So I think this 4-hour fair value gap is going to be the be one to watch in case the price comes down. Now, let's zoom in here a little bit and let's look at this. So we have this is where I was talking about going up. Then we have this pullback down here. So let's zoom in this area and look at this dealing range from this high down to this low. Now look at the midpoint right here. Right at the midpoint, pretty close to the midpoint of this 15-minute fair value gap. So I'm looking at, okay, potentially this area here. And what do we have? Do we have any reason to come down? Well, yeah, we have relative equal lows right here and right here at this London low. So we have sell side liquidity there. And then if you look, we have a single high up here. So that's going to be some buy side. But look right here. Look at these 3 points. This high is 018. This high, 018. This high, 018. Not relative equal highs. We have equal highs, like literally all equal highs. So there's going to be some buy side liquidity right there. So now I want to see at the open, are we going to manipulate and run this sell side and then come up for that buy side and this daily swing and keep going up into that, daily fair value gap and remain bullish? Or are we going to pop up at the open, take this area, and then come down and take that sell side? And if you look, after we took this high here, we have this inversion right here. There's an inversion, and then there's this fair value gap. That's why I marked this one. So I want to see at the open, because now it's open, are we going to take this sell side and then come up here? Or are we going to leave some more sell side liquidity and take this up here and come back for that later? So we'll see here in just really fast, I'm sure. So now we have the open, and we have a big opening range gap here. We have the open there. And that closed. So we have the opening range gap, which is about 854, 982, a little over about 140 points. So we'll see what we do with that. All right. So good morning. Good morning. Yeah, no new day opening gap today at all. Like it opened and closed at the same place. Morning, Greasy, Will. I am Wally, Benton. Hey, everybody. So I was saying, okay, so we took that sell side liquidity. Now, be careful for another run, though. Because we got just short of that 15-minute fair value gap. There is 10 a.m. news, but we got just short of that. So I'd be careful. I'd be careful, and I'd want to see if potentially we're going to leave some more buy side liquidity and do a deeper run first. Because see, if I go back to the 15-minute chart, look how overnight session, we had expansion, right? So we expanded up. And then London, we pretty much had a nice accumulation. So we should see some manipulation this morning. And then maybe some like distribution this afternoon. So I'm watching to see if I want to be careful going long just yet, because we may see some more buy side liquidity being engineered and then a deeper stab down. Maybe. Obviously we got to just watch and see what happens. But since we took that sell side liquidity right there, that might be all we need as well. So yeah, this morning what happened is I went to go hit my live stream to say, go live. And there was no video. I was like, oh crap. I forgot yesterday to set up the upcoming stream, to have it pending and ready, and completely forgot. So I went and there was nothing to start. So I had to create the live real quick. Yeah, it wasn't scheduled, but I still started it on time, but nobody was there to know about it at the moment. So yeah, Chris, that's probably why I threw you off, because I'm not trading tomorrow, because tomorrow's FOMC. So I probably just messed up all his days by that. Sorry, Chris. So I am working on this little side thing as well. Not side thing, but this work thing as well right now. So in case y'all see me get a little distracted this morning, because I'm researching a couple things for work at the same time. So just, bear with me if I look away and I'm like kind of doing something. Yeah. Yeah, I multitask pretty well. However, there's one thing I'm kind of digging into pretty heavily this morning, so just an FYI. FYI. But yeah, I'm pretty confident this morning though in what I'm looking at, so we'll see. We'll see if we get anything. However, the only thing I was kind of not concerned about, but aware of, is there's not a lot of room from like this area that I was looking at and then this buy side. Now, since we took this first, if we do make our way up, I don't think we're just going to stop here and go back down. Like, it's kind of rare for it to be like, boom, boom, and then go down. I mean, it can happen, but if we do a deeper stab into here and we do make our way up, I think we'll get here, kind of do like another accumulation phase, and then just keep heading up. But we'll see. We'll see. You have a meeting in half an hour, Benton? Yeah. Hey, just see, see if we can see if something comes up. If not, then we live on another day. All right, now we finally hit that 15-minute fair value gap. Like, that's what I prefer to happen. And you can see we're leaving like this little minor buy side liquidity with this up here. We have this high up here. So we'll see. We'll see if we do want to come back up or not. So now we're hitting the midpoint of that dealing range that I marked. So potentially this could be some manipulation, like I said. And here's the midpoint of the opening range gap. So that's what I talk about, that it very well could just keep running. So at some point you have to decide, all right, is this manipulation, right? Is this a draw on liquidity, manipulation down, and are we going to remain bullish? Or at some point you have to decide, we're just going to keep going. And you have to also start looking to see if there's any reason why it can go lower. Which, remember, I mentioned this 4-hour fair value gap. I think that could be a potential area that we could see price go to. So first, I want to make sure that we're, the first 30 minutes or so could very well be manipulation. It is going through, like, it's going pretty easily through everything. So we'll see. We'll see once it hits this opening range gap, the midpoint here. That's going to tell me a lot. If we just keep going down from that, then, maybe we are going to keep heading down. We'll see. 833s, that sell side liquidity due to relative equal lows. 833. 833. I don't have a. Oh, you're asking if 833 is sell side liquidity. Let's see. Let's see what you're talking about. 833. Are you talking about right here? These lows? I mean, yeah, that's gonna be sell side. There's gonna be some sell side liquidity there. So that would be a dealing range that I'm looking at. From that I marked from here to here. But with it being this low pullback here, I wouldn't really consider this like good relative equal lows, but it being this single pullback and then the market going all the way up from there, this would be sell side liquidity. There would be sell side liquidity underneath that at 834. Yeah, so yeah, if the market keeps going down, then yes, like let's say it like just keeps going down and I'm looking for targets. It comes down, it keeps doing this, and I do take a short somewhere and I'm looking for targets. Yeah, my target would be opening range gap low, last week high, or right there, which would be a form of sell side liquidity for sure. But now we're hitting that opening range gap, the midpoint there. Let's see. This area for me right now is a key area that I'm looking to see if we can get past or not. Right in here. So basically this 920-ish to 945 or so, right in there. I want to see if we're gonna move past that. If we move past that, at that point, that's when I'll start kind of considering we may just keep heading lower. Otherwise, if we stay in this area, then I'd be interested to see if that's as low as we go. We make a low, and then we start working our way up. Because that is pulled back into discount. That opening range gap, the midpoint, is a discount of this dealing range that I have there. So I want to see right here, are we going to get an inversion or not? It's not a golden inversion. So So you don't have a bullish breaker. Pulled back up into, and see, that's the other thing. When you have a bunch of fair value gaps gapping down, see, it could just be reaching up for a higher one. So that's why you got to be careful that even though this is an inversion, it may still dig deeper. But I love the reaction off the midpoint of this opening range gap. I do like that. So we'll see if that's as low as it wants to go. And it's pulling back up above that area I mentioned that I was looking to see if it'll hold. And because we had a nice strong liquidity, I might look to long this if I get a confirmation. Because today I'm pretty confident in where the market's going. And we're back to the London low. Hitting this fair value gap here at 933. This would be probably considered the first presented fair value gap right here. See if we get a BISI right here. Now you got to be careful because we don't. This is the first pullback right here, right? So if it once it comes down to back down to this area, if it does, that's where you got to really be careful and look for a good confirmation because it could just come back through and keep going down. I want to see this get rebalanced. There we go. Perfect. Rebalance that because I didn't want to see another BISI there. I want to see it come back down to here. And that's where this is where the 15-second confirmation is going to really play its part because, you know, it very well could just go through it and keep going short. But I do like a long. All right, now I'm going to the 15-second. We'll see what happens here. Now, if it inverts this and it goes below it, that's where I'm kind of changing my shifting gears and looking for a short. That I think will keep going down if we do that. And basically, look to complete a market maker sell model on the 15-minute chart, potentially, if we get through this area. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. So you anticipate what you think is going to happen and what you're reading, and then you react based on what it actually does. We do have 10 a.m. news as well, so be mindful of that. Let's see if we can make a lower low into here and hit that inversion. Okay, cool. Now here's going to be my change in state delivery. If we can get back up above this 956.75, I will look to go long. All right. I am long. Well, I thought I was. Oh, yeah, I got a nasty fill there. It's not too bad, but I'm in at 968-ish, and I'm heading for this buy side liquidity at 016. My stop, am I in? Yeah, see, my PAs didn't even get filled on that. I'm exiting because, okay, well, not sure. I got a bad feel on this, but let's see what happens here. We should head up. I'm in at 975. I'm trying to go to 018. We got to get this through this fair value gap here. So we'll see if we do. Man, I got a bad fill. My PAs did get filled, though, now. So we'll see if we can get up through there. We do have a 5-minute fair value gap here as well, but I think we get through it. But I'll watch. Like, if we come up to this area and we really, really struggle, then I'll go to break even. But I think we're just going to get up to it and through it. Really hate that I got a terrible fill. Yeah, because I really believe this is the lowest we need to go this morning until taking all that buy side up there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Because I like that we hit the midpoint of the opening range gap. We left this buy side liquidity up there. Have manipulation down. It pretty much all lines up with what I was expecting, what I was thinking. So if it works, great. If not, then great. But I just don't like I got a bad fill, but can't control our fills all the time. It's really struggling here. I think it's gonna. I think we'll get through it, but the only thing that sucks is it could come, pull back down first. You don't want to get tagged out and then it go. Keep my eye on this. It's about to be 9:50, so we're looking at pretty good timing. Still not showing that it's going to clear this first presented fair value gap, but I think it will. The 5-minute got rebalanced. That fair value gap got rebalanced now. So we'll see if we can get through it. I don't want to move to break even just yet because it's still pretty tight. All right, now I'm going to move under these two downward candles there. So now I have a 4-point stop. All right, now we have an inversion here. So it shouldn't come back down. I'm going to move to break even. I think we run all this buy side liquidity up here. Get a little fair value gap right in here. A little busy. 951. We should get all the way up through it. Come on now. We got close. Look at that. If we can't take these highs and get up there, then I'll just close it out on this push up. So we have this BISI right here that we could pull back to. Come on, let's get up there. All right. I'm out. I'm out of that. Make sure I'm flat. There we go. That's a nice one. All right, easy day. See, and that's what I like when you're very confident. That's what I was saying at the beginning. I was very confident in what I was reading and seeing this morning. And yeah, very confident. And that's whenever you can sit through them. Like, yeah, we got a little oscillation here and all that. As soon as it came up and hit this buy side area, I was like, okay, we're a couple ticks away. I'm closing. Just in case it wants to pull back. But, yeah, that was a good one. And that's what, like, you know, you have your read, right? And if it starts, if it acts the way, which I don't know what happened in here. I mean, I got a bad fill, but then my PAs did not get filled. So that's why I closed my initial trade and got back in, because I knew I had a target way up here. So I did lose out probably on about 10 extra points, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. For whoever that was yesterday that said they loved that saying, it is what it is. But that's what I mean. Like I said, if it does take this buy side, I think we just keep going up. Like, I could have had higher targets. I think we were going to go up here, like I mentioned, but for me, low-hanging fruit, baby. Right there. Peter, hey, Peter. So, yeah, man, this was an easy day. Easy day, good day. And, yeah, nice. Yeah, green is green. Had a nice, man, my live account made $1,700 on that. Hey, breaking news, guys. Breaking news. See, this is why it's important to be on my live stream. Here in a few minutes, Here in a few minutes, we're going to have 90% off, y'all. 90% off for Apex. You heard it here first. And some discounted PAs, y'all. So if you want Apex, be ready. I'm going to put out a flyer here in a little bit. It's about to launch. All right? About to launch. 90% off. You heard it here first. All right, y'all. This was a great day. This is all before 10 a.m., which actually works out because I do have a lot of stuff going on. But man, look at it go. Look at it go. We're gonna go all the way up. I mean, we got a lot of room to go. The next, I don't see too much else other than that daily fair value gap up there. Nice, past 150K accounts on that trade. Awesome. Anybody else get some of this run up? This was nice. And this is what I was saying. If you know what to expect, look, we had the overnight session, Asia session. We had distribution, right? And London pretty much gave us some nice accumulation. So what do you expect? You expect some manipulation, and then we should go up. But, all the reasons why I said this morning on my breakdown of why I was looking at this area right here. When you know why things can happen and you have expectations, then you can anticipate and react. Now, did I expect a 15-minute candle to do all that? Basically open, shoot down, and then 15-minute candle just to run up? Did not expect that. But when you get it, that's nice because then you have a pretty easy trade. You're going to have a pretty easy trade. And yeah, good day, good day. Needed that. Will, you got in at 963 and out at 043. Sweet. So basically, you got in at the entry I was trying to get in. Got in here at that entry. And held it all the way up there to this buy side liquidity. Awesome. Good job. That is awesome. So that was 43.60, almost 70 points. That's awesome. 30, 40, 50. I got about 48 points on that. 967 to 046. Sweet. Hey, for all y'all that held all the way up there, man, good job. That is awesome. That is awesome. Chris is quiet, so he's probably still holding this trade. Chris, you still holding this? All right, Benton, see you. Yeah, meeting time for you, huh? I knew it, Chris. Just be careful. There's going to be a retracement. Tightened up, though. Cool. All right, let's see what this news does here in 1 second. I didn't have time, but I still need to redo my overlay stuff here and get my stream going on all those other socials. But let's see. Yeah, here's my account dashboard here for today. So not bad. See, my live made 1,700, 1,692 after commission. So that was a good day on my live account there. And then my PAs. So working those babies up. All right. Well, great day today. I am going to let y'all go. I'm going to hop off the stream. Quick stream today. Like I said, I have a lot to do. And I won't be here tomorrow. FOMC tomorrow. If you're going to trade, be careful. I did see, I guess Trump's supposed to talk this afternoon. We have FOMC tomorrow. We have earnings tomorrow as well after the market closes. So it might not be a bad day to take the day off. Just saying. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to jump off. And I had a good time with everybody. I'm glad y'all made it, even though I forgot to put that upcoming stream. And yeah, if you could do me a favor, hit the like button, and I'll set up my Friday. Wait, what's tomorrow? No, for Thursday. I'll set up my upcoming stream for Thursday, and I'll have that ready to go. So, all right, everybody. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and as always, trade well. See y'all Thursday.